Hey, I'm Matt with Coastal Compass, and we are your sandals experts. I'm coming to you today from Sandals South Coast in Jamaica. I've got to tell you, this is hands down probably the most beautiful sandals resort that we have been to. From mountains on one side to beautiful coastline on the other. We're going to be giving you a full tour of the entire resort and show you everything they have to offer. From the different types of rooms and buildings, to the restaurants, to the bars, and all of the activities. If you like what you see and you want to book yourself, I do want to ask that you please use the affiliate link in the YouTube show notes. That really helps us out when you book through us. If you have some questions and you would like some help, feel free to go to our website and click Contact Us. And last, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. We're going to be having more content about sandals and beaches coming your way. Let's go. So here we are walking through the front garden to the front of the lobby at Sandals South Coast. One of my favorite things about Sandals is that they take all-inclusive to the next level. One of the extra inclusions that they have is transportation from the airport. You'll find a Sandals lounge after customs, and they'll escort you to the bus from there. And a quick note, if you're coming to Jamaica, we recommend skipping the custom lines with Club Mobe. We have more information about that in another video and in the show notes. When you arrive, they're going to have cold towels available for you as you get off the bus, and they'll take your bags to your room and escort you into the lobby. Here you can find a spot in the lobby to rest for a minute, and then someone will come and check you in. The lobby itself is beautiful, and right next door, you don't see it, but there is the wedding office, as Sandals has several weddings on each resort every week. And Sandals South Coast, as you'll see, has some of the most beautiful spots to have a destination wedding. You'll also see the loyalty lounge in the lobby, and you should visit it for a possible discount if you want to come back to Sandals in the future. When you exit the lobby, you're going to find yourself in the main plaza, which is so beautiful. However, we'll come back here in a minute. Right now, we're going to take a right and head towards the courtyard, which is the connection point for all the different types of rooms that you're going to stay in. I'm standing here in the courtyard area, and this is where you're going to have access to all of the different buildings and different types of accommodations. We have 3 main building areas. We have the Rondoval Village. Then we're going to see the overwater bungalows, so let's go. I'm standing outside the Silver Sun Village. It used to be called the Italian Village, so if you see that, we'll use those words interchangeably. They're still in the process of switching all the branding over to Silver Sun. This is probably going to be where you find the cheapest rooms on the resort. You do have a nice sweeping view of the courtyard and some mountains on one side where all the rooms are, and all the rooms face the ocean on the other side. Now, as this is where you're going to find some of the cheaper rooms, the lower level is not going to be swim up. They're all going to be walkout rooms where you walk straight out into the courtyard on the other side and to the beach. You don't have a full-sized pool. It's more of a smaller whirlpool tub that you can climb into and hang out for a while. And then you have the Silver Sun beach area that is on the other side of the pool. Now, if you want to see one of the rooms in the Silver Sun building, we actually have a tour of one of their luxury rooms that you can click right on our YouTube channel. From Silver Sun, we're going to hook a right, and before we get to the Starlight building, we're going to take a look at Club Sandals. I'm standing outside Club Sandals. It's going to be between the Silver Sun building and the Starlight building. Club level is something that we highly value. If you want to learn more about that, I have a link to some information in the video notes that you can check out. club level has been a bit of a game changer for us. When you arrive, they'll take you to check in this specialized club lounge. They'll book all of your dinner reservations for you. They'll book all of your excursions for you. And then they have some special club level events that are exclusive for you, like a snorkeling trip once a week, a shopping trip once a week, and then some events like a martini evening and a wine tasting event. It's really fun. We got to meet some friends at some of those events. From Club Sandals, you're going to take a left on this path. It'll wrap around and you'll find yourself at what is now known as the Starlight Village. I'm standing now outside the Starlight building. It used to be called the Dutch Village. So again, we're going to use those words interchangeably here. You still see some of the Dutch Village branding across the resort and on some maps. The Dutch Village is where we stayed on our spring break trip for 2025, and we absolutely loved it. So it's going to be kind of the middle tier between the three main room buildings. On the front, you actually have sweeping views of the mountains. I thought where the doors face the resort, this was the best view of all of the buildings, of the mountains and the rest of the resort. On the other side, you're going to have a beautiful view of the beach. The rooms here are going to be anything from luxury to butler, and on the bottom you're going to have some really great swim-up rooms. It's going to be a larger pool. It's not a swim-up bar, but they do have a bar near the pool, and you have some chairs that you can pull into the water. It's a really great place to relax. And then across the sidewalk from the pool, you're going to have the Dutch beach. If you'd like to see what a room looks like inside of the Starlight building, we actually have a club level room on the 4th floor available for you to see. You can click on that and we'll give you a full tour. It's right there on our YouTube channel. From the Starlight building, we're going to continue on through the courtyard, and next up we have the Long Beach building. So now we're at the Long Beach building, and this actually used to be called the French building again, so they're rebranding that. Long Beach is, of the three that we've looked at so far, going to be the nicest. You're going to have the highest tiered rooms of those three, and they actually just remodeled all the rooms in the Long Beach building in 2024. So you're staying in a really nice experience. It's similar to Starlight. You have 4 levels, and the lowest level is going to be swim-up rooms that all come out into the pool area. And on the door side where you enter, you have nice views of the Rondoval Village. As you go through into the pool area, it's very similar to the Starlight pool. It's a little bit larger. You also have, again, some chairs you can pull into the water that are very nice. And this one has a swim-up bar. So we really liked this. You could swim up and grab a drink anytime, and you can also grab bars on the other side. Crossing the sidewalk, you're also going to have the beach area for this part of the resort. Going across from the Long Beach building, you're going to see the Rondoval Village. We're standing outside the Rondoval Village, and this is one of the nicer accommodations that Sandals offers exclusively at just some of their resorts. You're going to find that it's very secluded from the rest of the resort. It's not near the beach, it's off on its own. You get your own little house, and all of them are connected by one long river. You have your own private swim-up pool, lots of amenities. If you want to check out a tour of one of these rondovals, please check out our other video. Heading down to the end of the resort, you're going to come to the Overwater Bungalow Village. You have a long driveway they'll bring you through, and then a specialized lobby that's just for the bungalow visitors. All right, I'm standing here with the overwater bungalows behind me, and this is one of the most renowned experiences that Sandals has become known for, as having overwater bungalows in the Caribbean. If you want to see what it's like to stay in an overwater bungalow at Sandals, check out our video where we explore that whole experience and more. You'll have butler service all week long. You have your own private overwater villa. You have a glass floor at the foot of your bed where a fish will come up and you can see them in the evening. You have your own deck and swimming area. It's a very private and luxurious experience that it's well worth the cost. From there, we're going to head back into the courtyard and we're going to loop around, and on the left, you're going to find the Red Lane Fitness Center. So right now we're right outside Red Lane Fitness Center. It's right next to the Rondoval Village in the courtyard. It's one of our favorite spots to hit. Inside you find a fully stocked gym, all kinds of cardio and weight equipment, whatever you might need. And then also next door you're going to find several courts. You'll find tennis courts, pickleball courts, and then one basketball court that is on the end. And while we're looking at this, let's talk about land sports, because they have a lot of land activities located around the Sandals Resort here. You're going to find a lot of lawn games like lawn chess. You'll find ladder golf by some of the pools. Connect 4 is found in several different spots. So there's a lot of places where you can stop with your spouse, hang out for a minute, and just enjoy a game together. From the Red Lane Fitness Center, let's head back into the courtyard and back towards the main area of the resort. And first on the left, you're going to see Red Lane Spa. Now we're here at the Red Lane Spa, which is one of our favorite parts of Sandals Resorts. We come at least once every time we're here. Now you might be asking, what's included at Red Lane Spa in your stay and what is not? So in terms of inclusions, Red Lane Spa is going to have a couple of plunge pools. You're going to have a cold plunge pool and then a hot plunge pool that's in the inner courtyard. You're going to have a locker room where you can go and change, use the restroom, and then in that area you're going to have a sauna and a steam room. Now these usually come with the Red Lane Spa. Apart from that, you also have a list of things that you can purchase. You're going to have different services such as skin care, hair care. You can get your nails done and different things. The main thing that they offer is the different types of massages. You can pick from one of those packages. We'll give you a link so you can find all of that in the show notes. And then you can also do a single or couples massage either in a private room near the courtyard or on the beach like you see right here. From the spa, we're going to head back towards the front of the resort, and we're finally going to hit the main plaza. The main plaza is at the front of the resort by the lobby, and it's the hub of the whole resort. You'll find most of the restaurants, the theater, the shops, and of course, the main pool. The pool was one of the larger ones we've seen at Sandals, and it gets pretty lively in the afternoon with the DJ. My favorite spot was the swim-up bar. We'd come in from the beach most afternoons just to take a dip in the pool and grab something to drink. Just past the main pool, you'll find the resort's main beach area. Before we do move on, I want to point out 3 main things on the Sandals South Coast Beach that make this resort unique, and that's the cabanas, the overwater chapel, and latitudes. One thing that I did find really unique about Sandals South Coast while we were staying here is the ability to rent cabanas. Now, we were told that it's $140 a day. You get the cabana for the entire day, and you also get butlers. So even if you don't have a butler room, that's an add-on service. and they have 3 areas you can choose from. They have a few cabanas by the pool. They have a few that are on the beach. What I did find compelling were some of their over-water cabanas. They have a few of those scattered along the beach, and that was very unique. I had never seen that before. We didn't personally do that on our last trip, but I did see several people renting them, and then you can hang out and have butlers bring you drinks and food all day long over the water. Now, one quick thing that is unique to Sandals South Coast is the over-water wedding chapel. It is a beautiful thing to see. It's a unique experience if you're looking to have a destination wedding, and it's located on the beach behind the Silver Sun building. Now, they do have several different wedding venues that you can have your wedding at if you're staying at Sandals South Coast. And if you want to see all of those in one place, check out our wedding venues at Sandals South Coast video. Now, behind me, you'll see Latitude's Overwater Bar, which is also unique to Sandals South Coast, and it's one of the coolest things I thought that they have. I was a little bummed during our last trip because it was under construction that week, but it is a really cool experience. You can go out in the evening and grab drinks. They actually have nets around the whole Overwater Bar during the day where you can lounge on the side, hanging out over the water. And then along the walkway, they actually have some fire pits by the bar that you can hang out as well in the evening. Let's head back to the main plaza and head to the theater La Cabaret. They'll have several shows here in the evenings. Our favorite was the couples contest, but we also loved the different musical acts on different nights. While we're talking about nightlife, you'll see fun things pop up elsewhere in the evenings. At least once a week, they usually have a beach party outside the terrace. There was a show in the main plaza one night, and most evenings you're going to find a cool vibe in the martini bar with either karaoke or the occasional cover band. Heading further down, you'll find the shops. The beach shop is a staple for just about every Sandals resort. They do have a general store area just in case you left some essentials at home. Be aware though, it can get a little bit pricey. One time we forgot sunscreen at home and it cost us about $60 for 2 tubes. You'll find some great souvenirs from Jamaican themed attire to, of course, everything Sandals you can get your hands on. Next door is the Epic's Photo Shop. While on the resort, they'll have photographers stopping you at opportune times to take a pic. You can also schedule a free photo shoot. At the end of your stay, head to Epic's and you can pick all of your favorites to take home. Last, across the pool is the Island Routes Hut. Island Routes is Sandals' official partner for all excursions on the island. If you haven't already booked one, they'll take care of you here. 2 of the most well-known excursions for this part of the island are going to be YS Falls and the Pelican Bar. The Pelican Bar is where they'll take you out to a bar in the middle of the ocean on a sandbar where you can grab drinks and carve your name into the boards, so it's pretty unique. Now it's time to look at all the restaurants at Sandals South Coast. We'll start in the corner of the main plaza with Giuseppe's. Giuseppe's is the Italian restaurant. During lunch hours, they serve amazing wood-fired pizza. For dinner, they're going to be a full-service restaurant. I would recommend trying the antipasta bar as an appetizer and their specialty dish, the chicken parm, for dinner. Next door is Jasmine's, the Asian restaurant. This was probably my wife's favorite one during our stay. She loved the house specialty here, which was the chicken curry dish. One door down is Café de Paris. This is the coffee and snack shop and is open most of the time. It's a great place to grab a latte or snack and hang out on the patio. They do have several different treats in the bakery, from cookies to ice cream. My absolute favorite though was the crepes they made right on the spot. It was really, really good. Eleanor's is on the other side, which is the Caribbean restaurant. This one is a bit nicer as they require dinner reservations, and this is also the only restaurant on the resort with a more formal dress code, so you're gonna have to dress up. I did enjoy the unique European vibe dining out on the patio. The Martini Bar is going to be upstairs located over Eleanor's restaurant. You'll see the staircase right beside it. And they have a lot to offer in the evening. I liked the espresso martini, which wasn't on the menu, but the guy made it for me and it was amazing. And they'll also have things like piano sing-alongs, karaoke, and other things that happen in here in the evening. After Eleanor's and the Martini Bar, we're gonna hook a left and go around to the Bayside Terrace. Bayside might have been one of my favorites. It's a buffet for breakfast and lunch each day, although the menu for lunch does change daily. For dinner, they'll have finer Caribbean food. Personally, I loved the breakfast here. I was a sucker for the omelet bar and the smoothie bar every morning. Next door, you're gonna find the Neptune's Bar and the Neptune's Restaurant. Neptune's is a little hidden and serves Mediterranean for dinner and snacks in the later hours. I may have snuck over here a couple times for nachos in the later hours of the evening. Heading back across the pool, you're gonna find Sushi on the Sand, and the food trucks are gonna be nearby spread out down the beach. Sushi on the Sand does feel like a resort favorite. It's got a great view and it's packed most nights, so you will want to come a little earlier if you want to get in here. The Taquero food truck is the taco truck on the resort. It's specifically open for lunch and it's going to be near the main pool and right by the Jerk Shack. What I would specifically recommend you trying is the jerk chicken tacos. That was the most amazing thing I had for lunch while on the resort. And then if you're a health buff, you can actually get it in a bowl. So just kind of like Chipotle, they'll make a bowl for you out of your tacos. You can also get quesadillas and chips and dip if you want. Chicken Dippers is going to be another food truck that's further along the beach that's only open for lunchtime. Now here you can come up and get basically chicken tenders, spicy chicken tenders, and then you can get chicken sandwiches as well. It's a great lunchtime restaurant to grab and go and just take your food to the beach. Schooner's Restaurant is going to be the seafood restaurant on the resort. It's down at the end of the resort by the Overwater Bungalows. Now, Schooner's does require dinner reservations. They are open for breakfast or dinner, but if you want to come for dinner, make sure you make reservations ahead of time. I would recommend doing that as soon as you get on the resort. One of my favorite things about this restaurant is of all of the fine dining restaurants that you sit down for dinner, it's the closest to the beach. It has a breathtaking view of the ocean and the Overwater Bungalows. That's it for the restaurants. We're going to head to the other side of the resort, and right on the other side of Neptune's is our last thing to cover, the Aqua Center and water sports. So when we're talking about what is included in the price of your stay for water sports at Sandals Resorts, we're going to talk motorized and non-motorized. Motorized water sports are going to be anything that includes a boat that is pulling you, and the non-motorized is stuff that you'll do on your own. Motorized water sports, they'll take you out snorkeling on several trips. They'll take you out to a reef on a boat, and they'll also take you out scuba diving up to twice a day if you're certified. Now that's included. If you're not certified, it is an extra fee, but you can take a class, and they have a pool that is specifically for teaching scuba diving at some of the resorts. A lot of them will have water skiing, and they'll have water tubing where they will pull you behind the boat. We see people doing that constantly all day long. In terms of non-motorized water sports, the one thing I see at every resort that I absolutely love are the Hobie Cat sailboats. That was a first time sailing for me. I'd never done it before. When we first came to Sandals, they'll take you out and they'll actually give you lessons so that you can take out the sailboat on your own eventually. They've also got kayaks and paddle boards you can take out on the ocean whenever you want. That is it for our full Sandals South Coast Tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to book, again, I want to ask that you please use our affiliate link in the show notes. If you click on that and then book, you'll see my name at the top of the webpage. That really helps me out whenever you do that. If you'd like to book but you want help and you maybe have some questions, I'm more than happy to do that. We're a full-service sandals and beaches travel agency, so you can go to our website in the show notes, click Contact Us, and we will reach out. Have a good day.